Hello again. Beautiful day to be out working on the car. We'll be working on the wife's commuter, lower control arms in the front on both sides is what we're doing today. So I've already got the car up in the air on jack stands, wheel chocks in the back, and let's get at it. First things first, we have some clips on the nuts for the ball joints that we need to get out, and then we'll be using the pickle fork to separate them. Alright. Spin this guy back. And out it comes. Same thing on the other side. And this one's actually got the OEM style clip on this side, which comes off easier. It's a little bit different than your average cotter pin, but that's it for this one. Alright, next up is this nut, which is 19 millimeter. Okay, I'm gonna have to back up to get some full leverage here. There we go. Out she comes. Same thing on this side, of course. A little hammer action. Just in case you were wondering, no, this isn't a very nice wrench. It's just a Pittsburgh. I don't really mind beating on it. Now we are. Alright, I'm going to use the pickle fork style ball joint spreader. And if you care about the boots on your ball joints, probably not the best tool to use, but these ones that are coming out are being replaced with new ones. So we'll just find a good spot to insert this, maybe from the front. Let's go from the front. Then you just beat the piss out of the back of it and let's see what happens. And that should give you an idea how worn this ball joint is, because we still have not moved our bolt there. That's pretty bad. Let's I think I'm gonna try the other tool that I have, see if that works better. Alright, I got a different one. This one's a little bit narrower and longer. Tie rod pry bar tool. Let's see. Alright, there's a decent amount of cursing off camera, but I found something a little bit heavier to beat on it with, and now we are free there. So just gotta get the tool out and do the same thing on the other side. This side went a lot easier. I think part of that's because the ball joint wasn't actually itself separating on this side, so I was actually able to pry between the knuckle and the control arm. So now we've got that free, our next step is to remove that bolt there. So we'll grab our impact gun for that. Alright, let's give it a whirl. Nope, let's try a breaker bar. Alright, same thing on this side. We'll go at it with the breaker bar first. Oh, this one's going to be much easier. I just gotta get this bolt out on both sides. Doesn't look like that'll be too bad. Now that we're free from the steering buckle and from the body, we should be able to just rotate that part out of there. I'm actually going to get the jack and lift up on the steering knuckle. Right in my ear. There's one out. The other side's the bad one. There it goes. Ugh. There's no more grease left to it. Ugh. Ugh. All the rust just falling out of it. That's a lot of play. We'll cut the boot off and take a closer look later on. Alright, I've got two brand new Duralast control arms here. Got them at AutoZone because they had them in stock. They were about $140 a piece. So let's start with the driver's side and see how difficult this is going to be. That should be good. Little red pry bar to the rescue. Now all we gotta do is get the ball joint. There we go. We'll just go to, let's say 3 Ugga-Duggas. Yep, right about there. That's it. The most precise measurement of torque. So, there we have it. Everything's buttoned up here in front on this left side. Let's go put the right side in. Alright, had to take a little break and let the camera battery charge up. So we learned from the other side that it's best to get this one in first. So we'll start there. do with my ratchet. And we're threading in through the top, and that's good. Oh, that was loud. Let's back up here. Okay, so we got that side threaded in. Now I just have to pivot around and slide this joint into place. Now, the hard part here is I've only got two hands, so I really need somebody to try to hold this knuckle up and out of the way. But I don't really have anybody around willing to get their hands dirty, so let me see what I can do here. Tell you, this little red pry bar will always have a special place in my heart, because it has gotten me out of so many sticky situations. And we're in. So of course the camera battery died as I was buttoning up this side, but I was able to get the ball joint in and the nut torqued down. double check the other two on this side. So everything's tight and ready to go. All that's left is to put in our two brand new clips. And these both came with the Duralast parts that I ordered, which were part numbers 521713 and 521-714. So we'll go ahead and slap these guys in, and then all that's left is to put the wheels back on, put it back on the ground, torque the lug nuts, and go for a test drive. I'm going to go ahead and use this clip on this side, just like it was when I took everything apart. So that one just pops into place like so. I'm going to use the regular cotter pin on this side. Just like any cotter pin, this goes through the hole and then you bend the tabs around the nut. I'm actually going to leave it just like that, just like the other one was. And then we'll throw the wheels back on and go for a little test drive. So there's the play that we were dealing with after I cut the boot off. It's pretty bad. I've seen worse, but definitely not something you want to be driving around on. Cause all sorts of things, from the issues that we were seeing to uneven tire wear, which we've seen a little bit of also. But I almost feel like if I really pried at it, I could pull that ball straight out of the joint. That's quite a bit of play. Alright, the test drive went very well. I had the wife drive it also, and we weren't feeling anything that we felt before. I want to say probably about a couple months after we owned the car, after you take a right hand turn and you'd be accelerating real hard, so you're getting on the highway or something, it would pull to the right really hard, and then as soon as it would shift gears, it would pull really hard to the left. So we're not feeling any of that anymore. Everything's smoothed out. Next up on this vehicle, we need to replace the power steering reservoir, pump all the fluid out of it, and we're going to replace two O-rings on the power steering pressure and return lines. It's a known issue with these Hondas. When it gets cold, it lets these O-rings dry out and they let air into the system. So whenever it's cold and you start this car up, it sounds like it has either no power steering fluid or the pump is going bad. But when it's warm out, everything works just fine. So we're gonna follow the service bulletins on it and see if that corrects our issues, but that'll be another video. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, and if you want to see me fix some more stuff, hit that subscribe button, and see you next time.